Everything as clean as I can and as fun as I can, exciting as I can. I'm not an announcer. I'm a village idiot by trade, but they gave you a microphone and a Gatorade. So we're here for the duration. Non-wings are hitting the track right now. As we speak, we've got the 57 on the pole, the 42C outside pole, the number 30, second row inside, 44C, second row outside, the 29P, and the 86 brings up the back of the field riding shotgun. Sit down, buckle up, grab something cold to drink. This is going to be a wonderful evening of racing. It's a beautiful, balmy 71 degrees. Baby pterodactyls are out in full force trying to carry little kids away. But the racing is going to be awesome. Non-wing mini sprints on the track. For heat number 1, we're going to get this night started right here. Bill Cleary, your promoter, your owner, he's in the flag stand. He's going to give these fine folks the yellow flashing light. It is out. We are going to go green this time by. Bill Cleary looking them over. Nice and steady, side by side. Here we go, we're green. Into turn 1 they go. Nose to tail, side by side. Standing on the loud pedal. Here they come off of turn number 4. Noah Carpenter to the front in that 42C. Noah started outside pole, quickly moves to the front. He brings him up turn number 4. Here comes Mr. Crowder. Here comes John Crowder in that green car in second. He is slicing and dicing through the field. They're nose to tail back there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. At the stripe, it's Noah Carter. They are back there battling for that 3rd spot. Russ Heater and Bailey Spatulski. Batman takes it into 3rd place. Michael Ashton in 4th, and Bailey is back there slicing and dicing. Bailey takes that spot back, but I'll have that, thank you. Noah Carpenter coming off turn number 4. Starting to stretch it out a little bit. Noah Carpenter stretching it out. Got a nice, comfortable lead. White flag coming out. Noah Carpenter sends it into 3 and 4. Going to bring it off turn number 4. Looking at the black and white checkers. John Crowder is coming up a 4. He's going to grab 2nd. The Batman, he's going to bring 3rd. Michael Ashton and Bailey Spatulski. Oh, Bailey Spatulski ended up getting 4th on that last lap. Bailey Spatulski coming from the back, and she came right around there and picked up 4th spot. Way to go, Bailey. Heat number 1 is in the books. Heat number 2 is in the chute. We need the legend cars to the grid. Legend cars to the grid. You're next. 3/4 modifieds, you're on deck. Legend cars to the grid. Heat number 2 on the non-wings coming on the track right now. Legend cars, you need to make your way to the grid. Legend cars, make your way to the grid. 3/4 modifieds, you're after the legends. We've got 2 more heat races of non-wing sprint cars. On the pole, number 41. On the outside pole, the S12. 2nd row inside, number 7. 2nd row outside, 67. That's a great number. 3rd row inside, the 29 and the 9. rounding out the field. Mr. Cleary's looking him over. He said, bring it off the 4 nice and clean or you'll be going back. Mini Sprint Heat Race number 2. Fixing to go green. We'll watch that yellow light. It's flashing. That yellow light's off. That means we're going green this time. Brandon Shepard on the pole outside. Scott Quintel. Mr. Cleary looks him over. They fire. Coming out of turn number 4, these cars got to be tightened up. Nose to tail, side by side. On the first lap, the flagman starts the race. That doesn't mean they can't accelerate a little bit, but they can't take off until that green flag is in the air. Brandon Shepard on the pole got a little anxious. Stepped on that gas pedal a little early. Mr. Cleary said, no, sir. So Brandon Shepard gets off with a warning. He does it again. He's going to go to the tail. On the initial start, the flagman starts the race. Everybody's tightened up in 3 and 4. They come off of 4. They start accelerating slightly, but they do not go until that flagman throws that green flag. Bill Cleary, the flagman, giving him some straight eye-to-eye contact. Brandon Shepard on the pole. Scott Quintel on the pole now. Brandon Shepard had to pull off with a bad air box. We're green, oh my. Wheel hopping on the front stretch. Caution is out. That was exciting. Safety crew on there, they're going to check these guys out, see what everybody looks like, make sure everybody's okay. I know from experience, when the wheels get together in those non-power steering racks, it'll yank the steering wheel. And I suffered an injury back in November from a wheel hop that I have not recovered from. So I know exactly how dangerous those wheel hops are. And these are open wheel sprint cars. There are no fenders. They have Nerf bars that are between the front and rear tire, but those front and rear tires are wide open. And when you're racing side by side on a fast track like this, it doesn't take much. And the Hoosier letters start rubbing against one another, and next thing you know, we're up on top of the tires, and it's not a fun day. So safety crews checks everybody out. Everybody's okay. It's a complete restart. No laps have been registered at this time. It's a complete restart. All right, 41 is going to be on the pole. Number 41 is going to be on the pole. Going to be a complete restart. We've lost one car. That was the Brandon Shepard machine. Had an airbox come off on that first restart. We're going to stack them up again for a restart. Lineup is correct. Your flagman takes the yellow flag and extinguishes it. He's got the green flag in his hand. Jessica's giving us some encouragement over the receiver. Talking to the drivers. We're coming out turn number 4 and we're green. Oh, we got one coming around. They're stacked up in turn 2. All right, after 3 attempts, we're going to put them single file. Single file this time by. After 3 attempts to go green, we're going to go ahead and put them single file. We still do not have any laps in yet. It's going to be a restart as soon as we get them stacked up single file. Mr. Cleary turns that yellow light off. We're going green. Single file, boys.
We're going green. Green out of 4. Green out of 4.
All right, the green flag's up. One car pulls off. Down the backstretch they go. We've got a nice race heating up for second spot. Joseph Davis in the lead. David Hall, and that's white 67. He's going for second place, and he takes it. Joseph Davis is on a mission in that white number 6, not white number 7. He's up to second. He's coming. Takes the lead at the stripe. Joseph Hall takes the lead at the stripe. White flag this time by. Scott Quintel is your race leader. My apologies, Scott Quintel. Oh, we've got transponder issues. It's not working. Bryce is your leader, takes the checkered flag. My apologies, the transponder's not working. So I was given the wrong lineup. Jessica's laughing at me. You big dummy. I don't know the drivers. I know the 3/4 modified drivers. That's my favorite class forever and ever. Legend cars, you should be in the grid. Legend cars, you should be in the grid. 3/4 modifieds, you're on deck. Legend cars should be in the grid. 3/4 modifieds, you're next. Micros, you're after the 3/4 modifieds. Micros, you're after the 3/4 modifieds. Heat race number 3 for the non-wing sprint cars. Probably one of the most exciting classes of the CC cars is this non-wing mini sprint. And if you've never had the opportunity to watch Tulsa, this track is a lot like Tulsa, except there's fresh air and ginormous baby pterodactyls flying around. But Tulsa, we had the opportunity to go last 2 years ago, and we had a blast. These CC cars, the mini sprints, has got a great following, and so many of them nationwide. They've got pretty much the same rules. So these mini sprints will run pretty much anywhere in the U.S., and they are exciting, fast, exciting. Heat race number 3 is going to be on the poles. Your number 1, outside pole, the 126. Second row inside, the 3R. Outside second row is the double nickel. Third row inside is the 58. And rounding out the field is the 99. '91 of Ken Certain. All right, that yellow flag is out. That means one thing: tighten those belts. Find the gas pedal, side by side, side by side. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Here they come out of four. They're lined up and we're green. Wow, out to an early start, Christie. They are slicing and dicing coming out of turn number 4. Trenton Rivera in the lead. And that 3R, Trenton is showing the way. Autumn Christie hot on his heels. Trenton Rivera coming off turn number 2. Christie, he's in her sights. Best place to be is his second spot. She's sizing him up. Coming out of 4. Rivera, Christie, Ashton, Carl Lebo in 4th. Collar and Certain. Trenton Rivera coming off turn number 4. We've got a slow car going to leave the track in 1. Everybody goes around, no problem, just fine. And we are yellow. We've got a slow car on the back stretch. I believe that's the Carl Lebo machine. Comes to a stop out there on the back stretch. Safety personnel looking him over, make sure he's okay. He goes under his own power. Carl Lebo. I don't know if y'all saw it a few weeks ago. Carl Lebo won here at the Bullring and drove the wheels off that race car. I think he was back there in 3rd, just being patient. Ends up taking the lead, brings home the checkered flag. That was a really, really cool race for Carl Lebo and for everyone. It was so exciting to watch. So glad to see Carl Lebo out here every week after week after week. Attention to pits, David Hall. We need your transponder after this race. David Hall and Bryce Comer. Bryce Comer, we need your transponder up here at the tower. Bryce Comer and David Hall. Safety crews back there in turn number 1. Got one on the hook. Maybe they're pushing, not sure. Four laps scored, 4 to go. I'm told by the race director, Jessica, that 4 of 8 is halfway. We're halfway home on this heat race of the non-wing mini sprints. That yellow flag, as she works the concessions, she cleans up the crappers, she does it all. And we're gonna go green out of turn number 4. Stop hitting me. We got a green flag in the air. Trenton Rivera showing the way. Autumn Christie right there. Christie's got a little more traction coming off that corner. Let's see what Christie has for Rivera. Off of turn number 4, it's going to be Rivera, Christie, Ashton, and Collar. Autumn Christie coming off turn number 2. She wants that heat race win. Oh, got a big push in turn number 3 for Christie. Gives up a little bit of real estate. She'll gather it back in. Brings it off turn number 2. I think something might happen to that Christie machine. Rivera showing the way. White flag this time by Rivera. White flag. Christie gathered it back in. Your heat race winner, non-wing mini sprints, Trenton Rivera, followed by Autumn Christie. Legends, you should be in the grid. Legends car, you should be in the grid. 3/4 modifieds, you're on deck. Start making your way, ladies and gentlemen. And Gomez. Trenton Rivera showing the way. Autumn Christie, I thought she was going to have some. I think something come loose on that Autumn Christie machine. She had a heck of a rocket coming off turn number 2. And had a terrible push in 3. Something happened, and she couldn't quite get him back reeled in, but she gathered it back in, stayed smooth, and finished second. Your next race is going to be the Legend cars. Got a great field of Legend cars here tonight. These are the coolest looking race cars on dirt. I remember I was in Charlotte when I was fresh out of the military in 1994, and I saw the Legend cars for the first time racing at Charlotte on a little small track they have right there on the front stretch. And these Legend cars, that's the first time I ever saw them, and they look exactly like they do now. The bodies are identical, and it's so cool. And that Legend class has stuck around, and the Legend class has really done well for, I mean, that was 94, that was a few beers ago. Almost 30 years ago. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. On the poles, the number 20, outside pole, the number 11. Second row inside, the number 42, and outside is the 96. And bringing up the shotgun of the field is the number 5. I don't know their names, but I'm working on it.
Green out of 4, green out of 4. Time starts the race. Bunch up, get up there, 96.
Bunch them up. Green's going to send them. They split the number 20 on the front stretch. To the lead, I believe that's the 42. I'll know more when they cross the stripe here. Showing the way. That'll be Arthur Prescott, and that number 42 showing the way. Brings it off turn number 4, nice and smooth, standing on the loud pedal. Running second's going to be the number 11 of Hasten. Your handwriting, are you left-handed? Are you sure? Maybe you ought to try with your left hand. Don't hit me, man. Well, we've got chicken scratch handwriting up here in the tower. I know the numbers. And the computer's right here in front of me. Of course, the font size is 2, so I'm supposed to read that with my old eyes. Arthur Prescott in that 42 coming off turn number 4. Oh, we got one going a lap down. Gives the leader room. 42 clears him, no problem. White flag in the air, Bill Cleary. 1 to go. The number 4, Arthur Prescott, showing the way. Got him nose to tail back there coming off turn number 2. Lap car gives him plenty of room. Arthur Prescott is your heat number 1 winner in the Legend Cars. 3/4 modifieds, you should be making your way to the grid. 3/4 modifieds to the grid. Micro sprints, you're on deck after the 3/4 modifieds. Heat race number 2 for the Legend Cars on the track. On the pole, the 10X. That's going to be Austin Chicken Scratch Furman. Outside pole, the 777 of Anthony someone. Second row inside of 59, that's going to be Seth Williams, and second row outside is a 72 of, I think, Abraham Lincoln. I'm not sure. We're going to go green out of turn number 4. Bill Cleary looking him over. He's going to send him. Now that number 10X takes the lead down the front stretch. They're side by side in turn number 2. Who's going to have a little more of a right foot? It's going to be a purple car. 10X, nice and smooth. The 59 of Seth Williams. He's dialing in the sights. He's got that 10X of Austin Furman in his sights. Heat races heating up there for that second position. Anthony in that 777 keeps creeping up on the 59 car. Oh, a little shot in the shorts by the 777. That's high. Goes into turn number 1. Not nearly as aggressive. Gets a nice run off of turn number 2. Watch that 777. Oh, he takes it underneath 59. Nice move. Slides it on in. '59 car has something went down on that car. I think he might have broke something. He makes his way off the track. 59 car is going to take it off the track. A 10X. Austin Furman with a comfortable lead. Gregory Robertson at 72, then the 777. White flag this time by for your Legend Heat Race number 2. 10X of Austin Furman. He can just throttle back, put it on cruise control, sit back, get some peanuts and a Canada Dry, and he's good. Checker flag coming at turn number 4, the 10X. Austin Furman. All right, next we've got the 3/4 Modifieds, and 3/4 Modified is a tight-knit family, and they've got a great cause going. They've got a GoFundMe page for a young man that's up in New York getting some treatments. His name is Alex. This young man is in the fight, and he's got both gloves off, and he's fighting like hell. The GoFundMe page is called Warrior Alex. Go to Facebook. Look up Warrior Alex, and if you go to the 3/4 Modified Facebook page, you'll see the organizer, Jessica Young. She's got a post on there, tells the story. This kid is just not going to give up. So the 3/4 Modified class has come together, pooled a bunch of money together. We're still asking for more money. Patrick Moore Motorsports came up to the organizers tonight and handed $500. So we want to give a special thanks out to Patrick Moore Motorsports. Anybody else that wants to come up to the tower and pitch in, they're more than welcome. Go to that GoFundMe page, Warrior Alex. If you can help out, even if it's 50 cents, anything to help this young man. C&M Hauling out of DeLand, Florida, donated $300. Billy Peterson, the one-legged limper out of DeLeon Springs, donated $300 and a broken foot. Blackjack Race Cards out of DeLand, Florida, $250 donation. And Tyson Keever donated $450 of his own money. Organized a train ride for this young man. The family took him down to Miami. Tyson Keever is a locomotive engineer, and everybody likes trains. And he put them all on a train ride, and the kid loved it. So we're going to go this time by on the pole, Tim Hogan out of Lake Helen, Florida. The 51 driven by Rusty Young. The 117 Wade Gomez Olmsted. The 59 of Nathan Hahn. We're going to go green. Hogan to the front. Gomez in that 117 looking underneath the bottom of Tim Hogan. It's Hogan, Gomez, Rusty Young, Ethan Hahn coming up through there. Gomez to the front in that 117. Gomez sends it in turn number 1 under Hogan. Here comes Ethan Hahn up to 3rd place. Tim Hogan throws it in turn number 3. Gomez sending the 117 off of turn number 4. Hogan, Ethan Hahn. Ethan Hahn is not done with Hogan. Dustin Childers in that 55. He's up to 5th. Here comes Ethan Hahn underneath Hogan for 2nd. He'll take it. Hogan back to 3rd. Young, Childers, Hahn, and then Stephen Power rounding out the field. Gomez in that 117 gets the nod from the Catfish Posse. Hogan sizing up Ethan Hahn in that 59 car. Hogan's in 3rd. And we got one spun around in turn number 2. That's going to bring out the caution. Gomez did not want to see that. Gomez stretching out that unbelievably fast 117. Everywhere that car goes, whoever drives it, that car is fast. That car is owned and built by Catfish Posse race cars out of Lake Helen, Florida. Ethan Hahn, where did he start? He started 4th. He's up to 2nd. Ethan Hahn in that black number 57, he's up to 2nd. Then we got the veteran Tim Hogan. Hogan got his very first win ever, feature win ever, at this very racetrack a few years ago, and he's a dominator of Volusia Speedway. 4 laps in, we've got 4 to go, if my math is correct. Look at Ethan Hahn, he's up underneath that 117 at Gomez. Gomez out of the 3/4 modified class. We've got a UMP modified now. We've got a couple of them. So Gomez up here to support a great cause for this Warrior Alex on GoFundMe. A lot of great sponsors. We're going to go through them again at Intermission, also the feature. All right, Childers got the 55 car fired back up. He ran into a peanut butter and jelly sandwich coming out of turn number 1. Broke the back end of the car loose. That's my old car. Gomez in that 117, 57 of Ethan Hahn, 26 of Tim Hogan. 4th place, Rusty Young driving the Peterson machine. 59, Nathan Hahn. The 27 of Powers and 55 of Childers. Gomez got him shoehorned in that 117. He fits. He's on a fire coming out of 4. Gomez going to take it to the line. Oh, we got a race. Here comes Ethan Hahn out of 2. He's going to take that spot from Gomez. They're going to send it into 3. Gomez going to fight back. They get together. Here comes Hogan. Hogan and Gomez side by side. Ethan Hahn to the front. Here comes Hogan. Here comes Gomez. We've got a bare knuckle fight coming out of turn number 3. Hogan's going to give a little love kiss to Ethan Hahn. So let's go. Stand on it, boy. Here comes Gomez on the bottom of turn number 2 in that 117. Ethan Hahn showing the way. Gomez and Hogan going at it. Gomez underneath Hogan. They're going to touch a little bit. Gomez is going to come out of turn number 2 side by side. Hogan not giving it up. Gomez going to send it in. Ethan Hahn, Hogan and Gomez putting on a show. Gomez just cannot get a run coming off of 2. White flag this time by Ethan Hahn, Tim Hogan, Wade, Gomez, Olmstead. All the way from 4th spot's going to be your 3/4 modified heat winner, Ethan Hahn, Tim Hogan, Gomez, Rusty Young, Nathan Hahn, Dustin Childers, and rounding out the field is the 27 of Stephen Powers. Wow, that was a race. That was a race. That race, that was for Alex right there. That was a battle. That was exciting. 3/4 modifieds did not disappoint in their one and only heat race. That was exciting. Micros, you should be in the grid. Lightning Sprint, you're on deck. Micro Sprints, you should be in the grid. Lightning, you are on deck. Wow, that was exciting. I feel like breakdancing. 3/4 modifieds. What a show. I cannot wait for the feature. Holy cow. Whew. I need some oxygen. Remember, that is Warrior Alex GoFundMe that is organized by Jessica Young on the 3/4 modified page for this fine young person that needs some help, and he's got a battle of his life. And he's gonna win because he doesn't give up. He's tough. He's a warrior. Warrior Alex at GoFundMe, Facebook. If you could help us out, that would be great. If you want to come up to the tower, throw something at me. We'll make sure that this family gets it. They're a great bunch. They love racing. And they're up in New York right now getting some treatments for this young man, and he's going to give it hell. And together we're going to beat it. That's Warrior Alex. GoFundMe on Facebook. Look up the 3/4 modified page, you'll see it there. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate all the help. So on the track right now is your micro sprints. On the pole, the 70. I said 70. 7D. Bill's going to send him this time by the 7D. 17 on the outside pole, the 44, then the 9, the 6, and the 8. I'll learn their names here directly. All right, off turn number 4, we're going green, side by side, tailing off into turn number 1. Here they go. On the pedal they go. They're side by side down the backstretch. Fighting and clawing. We got a race for 3rd and 4th. 7 out front. We've got it bunched up in 3 and 4. Off the bottom comes that black car. Orange car tries to send it between the other car and the wall. Probably a bologna sandwich wouldn't fit between there, but he made it stick. He's going to send it off turn number 4 on the bottom. He's going to take that position away. Now he's looking for 3rd. We got a race back there for 4th and 5th and 3rd. D showing the way. They are battling back here. That orange number 44 is hungry. And we got a race tightening up front coming out of turn number 4. We got one on the high side, one on the bottom. The 7D is getting pressure. of nobody watches hockey. Here's the Florida State hockey. It's not hockey. Nobody watches foosball. We got racing to watch. All right, your 7D is going to bring it to the white flag, and that second spot's the 9 and the 17. 9 car started in 4th position and has found something. That 9 car is on the move right now. Here comes the checkered flag. That 9 car is hungry. Here they come to the checkered flag, the 7D, followed by the 9, 17, and the 44. That will wrap up heat number 1. For the micro sprints, I think they were still racing another lap. They were racing that one for Alex. Micros, heat number 2, their final heat race. We're going to need the Lightning to the grid. Lightning, you're next. All Lightning cars to the grid, please. I'm still shaking from that 3/4 modified race. Golly, that was good. I can't wait for the feature. It's going to be what we call a barn burner. We're going to burn barns. I don't know what that means. What's a barn burner? Maybe it gets hot, I guess. It's going to be hot. I don't know. It's not going to be a Seminole State hockey game, I can tell you that. And tonight's racing brought to you by Jiffy Mop. Bill Cleary telling to bunch up. Jessica's yelling at him on the receiver to bunch up. She's gonna send them to the room with no supper if they don't get bunched up. Let's go. And a knuckle sandwich with extra mayonnaise and bacon. Double file start, you got on the pole the 55. The 14 has elected to go to the rear. The 25, 56, and the 1. I don't know their names. And if I could read this chicken scratch, I would announce their names. I can see that. It's 0.5 font. We're having a lot of fun up here in the tower, and we're not drinking. And Bill Cleary's going to send him green out of turn number 4. Out front's going to be that 55. The 1 car quickly to second. Coming off of turn number 2, it's going to be that 55. Landon Ledford is going to bring him off turn number 2 with a sizable lead. And we got one around in turn number 2. That Mosquito had blue eyes. Let me close this pneumonia hole. Like the mosquitoes think that there's like free health care in here or something. Where'd my phone go? That mosquito took my phone. Yeah, that's it. All right, so we got Landon Ledford. And that 55 showing the way. Second place is going to be the 1 of Ben Rogers, 25 Jeff Johnson, 14 of Aaron Holmes, and the 56 of Bruce Anderson. One lap scored. We're going to have 7 to go. Lightning sprints, you should be in the grid. You'll get nothing for Christmas. As Jessica Zachary has given him some words of encouragement. We're going to have to throw the yellow flag out. Just one more lap to go around. I saved you. Jessica Zachary in here with her soft, subtle voice telling over the receiver. She's doing race directing, scoring, flipping hamburgers, and keeping the toilets nice and clean tonight here at the Bullring. I want to give Jessica Zachary a shout out. She's doing everything here. And we're going to have to get them one more lap, get this lineup sorted out. Please and thank you. Jessica, sorry. All right, there we got the lineup. All right, we're going to go green this time. The 55 sets the pace. They're getting a little anxious back there. Green flag is in the air. They're going to go. They get together on the front stretch. That was exciting. And they settled down nose to tail. They're going around here. 55 showing the way, followed by the 1. 25. We got one around in turn 4. Caution flag's going to come out. Safety crew is headed that way. Looks like it might be rolling. Yeah, that restart was exciting. Remember, on a restart, The leader sets the pace, and the leader fires in a zone in 3 and 4. When they go into that zone on a restart, that leader has the option of when they want to fire. They set the pace, they fire, and that's what starts the race on a restart. Now, unlike the original start, when they're double file, the flagman starts the race. So during a restart, the leader sets the pace, and the leader starts the race. They were a little bit anxious back there, but we came out okay. Might need a few more coats of chrome on that one bumper. Lineup is good, and we have exactly 2 laps in with 6 remaining, because I know how to take 2 away from 8. Thank you. That leaves 6. Bill's showing them this time by, we're going to go green. Jessica Zachary giving him some words of encouragement. Yellow light goes out. Bill Cleary looking him over. Leader setting the pace. Nose to tail. 55's holding that line. Number 1 back there is anxious. They want to go. Here we go. Off turn number 4, we're green. '55 showing the way. Here comes the 1 and the 25. That 1 car might have a slight push in 3 and 4. That's going to leave a little bit more room for that 55. That 55 is dialed in on rails. Smooth coming off the corners, in and out. They've got that car hooked up. Your leader, 55, off the pace, comes to a stop on the front stretch. I don't think they're incredibly happy. Kind of looks like me when I get my blood work results. I'm mad. Not really, I'm superhuman. 55 comes to a stop on the front stretch, leading that race comfortably. Comes to a stop. Trying to get that car refired. A safety crew there. They've got him rocked out of gear. Got him in neutral. Gonna get the John Deere on it. Let's see if we can get that 55 refired. Did you put gas in the car? Oh, I thought you put gas in the car. I put the air in the tires. Chris Olmsted's good for not putting gas in cars. He was leading Volusia one night. 3 laps to go, runs out of gas. Chris Olmsted drives a number 7 3/4 modified. He's not here, so I can pick on him. Hopefully that's not the case, but hopefully nothing broke expensive, so we get that 55 car back out here for the feature. We're gonna go green this time by. Ain't got no gas in it. That puts your number 1, starts the race, fires out of turn number 4. Ben Rogers, 2 to go. See if that 25's got anything for Rogers in that black number 1. Coming off a 4, got a good run, but that number 1 is looking good. Oh yeah, white flag out. The number 1 of Ben Rogers. Starting to stretch it out a little bit. Number 1 of Ben Rogers going to take the checkered flag. Comfortably. Second place at 25, followed by the 14. Then we're going to have the myth, the legend, Gomez in the tower. What's up, Gomez? Huh? You look good in that 117, bud. How'd it handle?
Handled okay. Worked some bugs out in it. First time in the car ever. So we're just trying to work on it.
Right on, right on. Got a great cause, 3/4 modified. Warrior Alex GoFundMe. Young man's gonna take the gloves off and beat the hell out of some stuff, and we're gonna get Alex all patched up, all of us together. So how's the racetrack, Gomez?
Really smooth, really fast, fun. Can't thank the workers enough for giving us a nice racing surface.
Right on, right on. Yeah, Bill, I know they've been putting new clay down and doing a great job on the track. So what's your strategy for the feature before we go green on this lightning show?
I dropped some air pressure on the left rear, trying to get some more bite coming off the corner, and hopefully we can just get lucky.
All right, and you got luck, nothing to do. You own this place and everybody knows it. They're back there shaking like a leaf on a tree. Gomez is in the race. You get that 117 dialed up, it's going to be exciting. That was one of the most exciting heat races I've seen in 3/4 mod class, so give her heck, son.
Yes, sir.
All right, on the track, we've got the lightning sprints. Don't tell me what to do. We need the quarter midget to line up, please. Stop yelling at me. Bring me another Gatorade. After the quarter midget does some more laps here after the lightning sprint car, we're going to do the trunk retreat. So we're going to need all the drivers and out to the center front stretch. Bring the candy for the kids and me. You get nothing. Lightning sprints, we got 3 of them, the 45, the 61, and the 17. That's going to be 61 of Scott Heed. Ed Heed. And that 45 on the pole is Bailey Spatulski. She's on the pole in that yellow number 45. Outside is 61 of Scott Head. And in the 17, the veteran, Van Rayburn. Van Rayburn in that red car at red 17, always a threat here in the lightning class. Bailey Spatulski setting the pace on the pole sitter. Flagman starts the race. We're green. They're going to stand on it. Bailey jumps to the front. Van Rayburn right there. Bailey sets it up, steps on the gas pedal, launches, hits the afterburners, takes it to turn number 3. Van Rayburn right there. Bailey Spatulski sets it in turn number 1 or 2, puts that left front and hits the afterburners. Van Rayburn trying to keep up. Bailey is smooth and fast coming off of turn number 2 and turn number 4. John's gonna have to put wheelie bars on that yellow number 45. She is driving the wheels off that thing, and it is hooked up. Bailey Spatulski coming out of turn number 4 has got a comfortable lead over the veteran Van Rayburn. And the 61 of Scott Head. Bailey Spatulski with about a straightaway lead over Van Rayburn, and she is dialed in that yellow number 45. Van Rayburn has got some handling issues for sure. Van Rayburn might have some engine difficulties. He doesn't sound real good. If your motor ain't running, you can't use the gas pedal to keep the car should be. But that's 17 of Van Rayburn. He's definitely got some issues. Meanwhile, Bailey Spatulski coming out of turn number 4, nearly a half a lap lead. She's going to take the white flag. Sit in the easy boy, put it in recline, and coast down the backstretch into 3 or 4. Stands on it. Bailey Spatulski, your heat race winner, followed by Van Rayburn in that 17 and Scott Head. We've got a quarter midget we're going to give some laps to. If you don't know anything about quarter midgets, that is the most awesome starter class, especially on dirt, that young people can get into. I think the age of 5 maybe even 4, maybe 4 or 5, they can start running as quarter midgets. And they're like a go-kart, but they have a roll cage on them. The Marion County Speedway in the infield, you can see, we have a quarter midget track, nice and high bank. I think it's one of the very few in the state of Florida that runs dirt with quarter midgets. So we're going to give this this quarter midget a few laps around there, and then we're going to ask all the drivers to come out to the front stretch for the trunk or treat. Load up your cars, load up the diabetes for Big T up here. I like Milky Way. I like Twilks. Snickers. I like it all. Anybody's got a milkshake? I'm good with milkshakes. Mint chocolate chip cookies. I'm good with that. I know nothing. I'm the village idiot. You got to talk to her. Got a cool looking little quarter midget on the track, on the big track, going around there, standing on it. I'll find out who this little person is. Who is that? And we got I don't know in the quarter midget. I don't know goes into turn number 3, sizes up the corner, stands on the gas pedal coming off, sends it down the front stretch. Everything's blurry. Nice. Get those kids into racing. This quarter midget class is very inexpensive. There's really no money in the class. You have to run a completely stock lawnmower engine. They're restricted, I believe, on the carburetors. Not a whole lot you can do to these cars. And plus, at that age, just put them in the car and send them around the track, let them have some fun. They've got a complete roll cage around the young driver. We got some nice Nerf bars on the sides. So these quarter midgets are a great way to get kids into racing. And they do run asphalt as well. I know New Smyrna Speedway runs them up, I think, to the age of 13, I believe. At New Smyrna Speedway, they've got a really premier asphalt quarter midget track. A couple more laps on this young person. That's like a 27 for I don't know. Careens into turn number 1, stands on the gas pedal, launches off turn number 2, down the backstretch they go. 27 sends it into turn number 3. No fear, sideways, turning left, turning right, standing on the gas. Coming off of turn number 4. Crowd going crazy. That 27, I don't know, driving out of somewhere, Florida. In that Who Builds It racing chassis. Going into turn number 3, coming off, sizing the car up. White flag coming out of 4. This is for all the bananas. This is for every bit of it. Sends it across the line into turn number 1. Car starts to skiff, starts to wobble a little bit, gathers it up, sends it down the backstretch. Side by side, I don't know, taking it into turn number 3. Sideways, fur flying, rubber squealing, off of turn number 4. Side by side, who's it going to be? It's going to be the 27 of I don't know. Wow, that was amazing. That's the race I watched. If you watch something different, that's on you. We need all the drivers to the front stretch for trunk or treat. All drivers and their cars to the front stretch. Load up the candy. All drivers to the front stretch with their cars. Load some candy up. Let's get these costumes out here. It's going to be our intermission. Everybody's welcome to come on the front stretch. Check out these cars. Be careful. They might be the exhaust headers might be a little warm, so make sure no one touches the cars. They do cool off pretty quick, but make sure your youngsters there. They don't want to get anybody hurt and get them burnt. So everybody come on down to the front stretch. Drivers, cars, bring all the candy. Let's see them costumes. And let's see who has the number 1, number 2, number 3 costumes for the trunk or treat here at the Bullring, Marion County Speedway. All right, we need all the drivers in their cars, all the kids in their costumes, all the parents, all the young kids, all the old kids dressed up. We'll get these race cars down to the front stretch. Everybody's welcome. They're starting to make their way down the grid. They're going to come around the front stretch, park these cars, have a lot of fun. Everybody keep Warrior Alex on your mind. Warrior Alex tuning in from New York. Had a treatment today, and we've got a nice GoFundMe page for Warrior Alex. Young man putting up a really good fight, and we're going to beat it together. Warrior Alex on GoFundMe on Facebook, or you can go to the 3/4 Modified page. The organizer, Jessica Young, she's got a post right there on 3/4 Modified page. Check it out, Warrior Alex. Making their way onto the track. Several cars are going to come down the back stretch, and they're going to park them right here on the front stretch. And we're going to get a lot of kids out here, a lot of young kids, old kids, me. Jessica's not allowed to go down there because she's busy. We've got Skeletor making their way on the front stretch. Someone dug up someone and brought them, putting them out there, throwing them up on there.
Decorating the car.
Decorating the car.
Fog machine and everything.
Oh, cool. Jessica Young to the tower in here. Let's see what she's got to say. Hey, Jessica, organizer of the Warrior Alex GoFundMe page. Jessica, that's how you're doing now. So we appreciate it. There's Mila, there's Carter, there's Cam. Welcome. All right, what do you think about the racetrack tonight?
It's a racetrack.
Thumbs up. Great. What do you say, Mila?
The racetrack is super nice.
You are super nice, too. What do you say there?
You better pass out a bunch of candy.
He said, thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
Alex is fighting neuroblastoma.
Hang on a minute. Say it again.
This little 3-year-old Alex, we found out about him through our buddy Tyson. He is 3 years old and he's got stage 4 neuroblastoma. It's at the point now to where they're just trying to make his life as great as it can be. So we're all trying to come together, raise as much money as we can, take some of the burden off of his family during this time, and, just trying to do everything we can for him.
Yeah, young Alex, 3 years old, tuning in right now as we speak, doing a great job up there, and we're going to beat this thing together. Warrior Alex on the GoFundMe there on the Facebook thing. Check out 3/4 Modifieds. You'll see the write-up from Jessica Young, and you'll see the whole story on there. There's a link there. You can click on that. So, Mila, how old are you?
5.
Are you sure? I want to see some ID.
5.
Okay, she's 5. I believe her because she said it. Okay, now in the 3/4 Modified group, who's your favorite driver?
Daddy.
And what number is Daddy?
I don't know.
No, I don't know is in the quarter midget. What number is it?
48.
48. I don't see a 48 registered.
He's driving Dustin's car.
And where is Dustin?
He's at a wedding.
He is at a wedding, missing out on not driving his race car, but you're here. Don't do what?
But this morning we had to let his dog out.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you. Yeah. If you didn't let the dog out, what would happen?
It would go potty on the carpet.
Yep. Just like your daddy, huh?
He doesn't go potty on the carpet.
Are you sure?
No.
I'm not either. And what's your name, young lady?
Grace.
Grace, and it's a pleasure to see you, Grace. Now, you kids go out there and get what teeth you left and rot them out with all that candy, okay? I want to see some costumes and have fun, okay?
I did. Bye, Tad.
Bye. Always a good time at the Bullring. It's all about the kids, young and old. We're going to have fun. They are decorating a car down there, going for the grand prize of $10,000 to win this car costume dress up. Just kidding. And you see Jessica Zachary. It's Jessica Zachary for payment of who has the best car costume. The best children's costume is $15,000 to win, she says. So wow, I should have brought my superhero suit. Yeah, I was gonna dress up like a superhero, but I couldn't find a big enough hoagie bun. Get it, hero? Hoagie. They didn't have buns big enough for these buns, Huns.
You're done. You're done.
Up on the front stretch, we got one-legged Billy Peterson. Showing off his new super carbon fiber ultralight graphite left-handed rubber boot and ultra space age crutches. Tim Hogan gave me some words of encouragement, saying, hey man, walk it off. Just walk it off. Rusty Young down there, Stephen Powers, Mr. John Crowder. Always good to see him. There's Nathan Hahn. Late to the party, Nathan Rhodes out of Pearson, Florida, driving at number 5. If that car looks familiar, it used to be black with an orange 99, driven by Gomez. So Nathan and his brother, Dustin Childers, have entered the 3/4 modified ranks. Dustin bought my car, the red 67, which is now the red and white number 5. Nathan Rhodes driving the old 99 car. Old, it's like 1 year old. And he's now rebranded it the F5. So Nathan Rhodes late to the party. Shows up, support a great cause, Warrior Alex. Gonna send it in for the first time ever driving a 3/4 modified. Watch that number 5, Nathan Rhodes. I have officially put him on the spot. Down on the front stretch, we got Will. We got kiddos, young and old. Who's texting me? Her name is Jessica, but she's not my wife.
You're surrounded by beautiful Jessica.
And she's redhead too. No, she doesn't want to marry me. I don't blame her either. Yes, she is very lucky. All the kiddos out there with their costumes, their trick-or-treat bags and buckets. Is that a dragon? The little kid down there in the green? Yeah, a dragon? A ninja turtle? Turtles don't have iguana-like tails, Jessica. Maybe it's a teenage mutant iguana. Whatever it is, it looks cool. Whoa. Hey, that dude's messing with a redhead. He's going to lose. Yeah. One thing about redheads, they don't take much. You lose a limb. That's a cool costume, that little shaver down there, and that green costume got a big long green tail. Somebody's birthday on the front stretch. Mitch Ashton's birthday today, singing him happy birthday. How old's Mitch? How old's Mitch? Mitch is 61 today. 61 years young today. What year were you born? I don't know. Oh, he's 36 years old today. Happy birthday to Mitch. Safety crew up here. Last week's feature winning Mikey Kopke in the house up here on display. Mikey Kopke drove the, I think, Nathan Rhodes' car last time and put it in victory lane. He and Gomez got into a little bit, did a little scuffing and scratching and clawing. Mikey Kopke was victorious. Mikey Kopke out of Pearson, Florida, Fabrication, Kopke & Sons. Fabrication out of Pearson, Florida. Go see him for all your three-quarter modified fabrication, anything you might need on any kind of race car. They work on everything, late models, modifieds, three-quarter modifieds, especially my three-quarter modified when I had one. UMP modifieds, we've done a lot of work. If you look up our Facebook page, Flying Hillbilly Racing, you'll see that Kopke & Sons put a whole new frame underneath Gomez's starter modified when he decided to turn it into a pretzel at the world's fastest half mile on dirt, Volusia Speedway Park. Going to race November 11th at Volusia in the big modified, and then the following weekend, it's a 4-day show. It's the 10th annual Rudiman race at Volusia Speedway. The Rudiman family, Buzzy Rudiman is probably one of the nicest human beings I've ever met in my life, and it's a pleasure to race. My son raced side by side with him, and he's has a great shop. He's rebuilt some transmissions for us. Anytime we need something, Buzzy and the crew are always on it. So the 11th and is the big modified race, and then the Rudiman race is the weekend after. I think it's a Wednesday through Saturday show. So if we're not racing here at the Bullring, come on over to Volusia and check them out. But the Rudiman family, can't say enough about those folks. Yeah, the Powell Memorial is tonight. I think the 25th Powell Memorial or 26th Powell Memorial is at Alltech Raceway. 85 late models. And last night in the stock division, Ron Adams takes home the checkered flag in the Powell Memorial last night. Ron Adams, a veteran Thunderstock driver, factory stock driver, based out of Volusia County, I believe. But Ron Adams picked up the win last night in the stock division at Alltech Raceway. Probably the best race to Powell Memorial was a rain delay, and it was a few years ago. This crazy kid goes out there on a four-wheeler. It didn't rain, and the place went nuts, and the fireworks lit off even. I mean, what's the chances of that? But what a legend that young man became. And and they ended up getting thrown out. I almost said we ended up getting thrown out. I mean, it wasn't us.
Was it you?
No, and it was not Gomez either. But Alltech Raceway, what another fantastic dirt track here in Florida. Very prestigious. And then, of course, just a little north there, you got the North Florida Speedway, great track. You've also got Hendry County Speedway, the southernmost raceway in the U.S., down in Hendry County. I believe it's Clewiston, Florida. They're another great dirt track. East Bay Raceway is another fantastic, prestigious racetrack. I'm not sure about East Bay Raceway, how much longer they're going to be open. I know there is some things they're going to. I think Progress has taken over and has engulfed that speedway, and I think that speedway is going away, and it's such a shame to see. That's a fantastic raceway. But the best kept secret on the planet is right here, Marion County Speedway, the Bullring. Nothing better. I've got to go put a decal down there on Bob, the photographer. I got to go put a decal on his buggy, just make sure he's not looking. But go see Bob. Any pictures you want, heat race, in-action photo shots, feature winners. Bob always has a binder with him, and you can sign up for an email, and whichever car you want, very inexpensive, and he'll send you like 25, 30 photos through email. and then you can do as you want. But you print them off however you want. But Bob's been a long time photographer. He's been doing some fantastic shots. So I want to give a shout out to Bob for everything he does here for the photography. Now, while he's not looking distracted, I'll be right back. All right, the fans and the race car drivers and race cars are making their way off the Speedway. Intermission comes to an end. A lot of great costumes, a lot of great people out here having fun. There's Neil Potter, race car owner. His daughter Cheyenne driving the car right behind him, the 44C Cheyenne Potter. Lineups are posted. Lineups are posted. We're going to need shortly, we're going to be calling non-wing to the grid. In fact, we might as well just do it now. I know some of y'all are still out there, but let's go ahead and get the non-wing. Start making your way up to the grid. Non-wing, start making your way up to the grid. This just in. We're going to have another few more minutes before we call the lineup. So, got a few more minutes, and I'll call the lineups here coming up. Let these cars get back off the front stretch. Let them get out there. Somebody brought their dog to the Halloween contest, and I think that is going to be the best costume ever. $20,000 from Miss Jessica Zachary. There's another Pooch. I miss my dogs. Mikey Kopke on the Speedway right now on the front stretch. Last week's feature winner. Colt Mitchell on the front stretch, one of our safety crew, throwing Tootsie Rolls at the announcer like that's going to gain him anything. Give me a Snickers, Jack. Oh, you know, I might as well, since he threw it up here. Going to bring the water truck out just for a little drink, just a little bit of a drink. Have not had to water the track all night long. Track's in great shape. You can see the sheep's foot divots where they've worked this track tirelessly. Hey, Colton, if you're going to throw that candy somewhere, how about throwing it up here, bud? Attention in the pits, lineups are posted. Lineups are now posted. Attention in the pits, lineups are posted. We're going to have the non-wing mini sprints out first. In just a few minutes, we'll call them up to the grid. Not at this time, but lineups are posted. Running order tonight is going to be the non-wing sprints, followed by the legend cars, the three-quarter modifieds, the micros, and the lightning sprints. I will call for the mini sprints to come to the grid in just a few minutes. We're going to give this track a drink, run it in a little bit, and I promise you, you do not want to miss these feature events. This is going to be absolutely fantastic racing. I think you're going to see three wide. I think you're going to see slicing and dicing and passing, and probably get a sponsor from, maybe knife sharpening company for all the slicing and dicing. I don't want to say any brand names, so unless they want to sponsor some races. watch what you say these days. Here's a fun fact. The very first race with automobiles was 5 minutes after the second car was ever produced. And the rest is history. Good grief. Want to give one more shout out while I've got the time here to a young man up in New York. He's 3 years old. He's watching right now. His name is Alex. And we've got a GoFundMe page sponsored Jessica Young on the 3/4 Modified page. And I want to give out these great sponsors. Patrick Moore Motorsports donated $500, came up to the tower and donated that money for that young man and that family. C&M Hauling out of De Leon Springs, Florida, donated $300. Billy Peterson, $300 sponsorship. Blackjack Race Cars out of DeLand, Florida, $250. And Tyson Keever, $450 for this family and this young man. And Tyson organized some train rides. He's a train engineer. Organized a trip for the family to go down, put them on the train, and he said you should have saw the young man's eyes just light up, getting the drive, sit there with the locomotive, going on the rails. So, way to go, Tyson Keever, and all these great sponsors. And if anybody wants to help out, even if it's $1, 50 cents, go to the GoFundMe page, Warrior Alex. It's on Facebook. If you can throw something at this family, that would be great. We're just trying to help them out and make Alex just as comfortable as we can. So we appreciate everybody's help on that. Catfish Posse, we've got 2 of those in-house. Well, actually 3. Gomez is driving the 117 Catfish Posse race car. The entire Catfish Posse team said they were going to, all their winnings, they were going to donate tonight to the Warrior Alex and the family to help them out as much as they can. So we appreciate the Catfish Posse, Tim Hogan, Stephen Powers, Wade, Gomez Olmstead in the 117 tonight. So we appreciate those guys for helping out. All right, at this time, we're going to need the non-wing sprint cars. Start making your way up to the grid. Non-wing sprint cars, start making your way up to the grid. Track prep is coming to an end. They're going to get this track rolled in quickly, so we want to be ready to get on the track and go green and show the fans at home, the fans here, all these race teams what we're made of, and put on an exciting night of racing. So at this time, non-wing sprint cars to the grid, please. Non-wings to the grid, please. Thank you. Legend cars, you are next. Yeah, I had all them Tootsie Rolls. I'm out of breath now. I forget to breathe. I sound like a pug. Just not blowing snot everywhere. I tell you who snores like a pug. Well, I ain't gonna say.
Don't you say it.
No, she doesn't snore. I used to snore. I got a CPAP machine. That thing is that's like sedatives, man. I sleep forever. I don't snore. So if you have sleep apnea, if you snore real bad, go see your doctor and get a CPAP machine or something like that. And your snoring goes away. Your partner will sleep. You won't get elbows in the middle of the night in the rib cage. Pillow over the face. You won't get any of that. Well, sprint cars, non-wing sprint cars to the grid. Non-wing sprint cars to the grid. Shout out to the track crew. They're out there. Oh, we got a race on the backstretch. Got a 1972 Ford with a 460 and about 7 million gallons of water on board. Probably ain't a brake on except for Bill's left foot. That water truck has still got the placards on it. I'm not sure what the placard for water is. That ain't it. That looks like maybe an oil truck at one time. Maybe they used to use. They deliver fuel and oil out to the farms. I bet that's what that used to be. Now it's repurposed as a racetrack water truck, Packer truck. Got a great water truck Bill's had here with a tug truck. Puts the water down, rolls the track in real nice. Does a great job of ironing this track in. Super, super smooth, fast, racy. The Bullring does not disappoint. Got a new racing surface down on the track. Bill and everybody came together and put some new clay on this track, opened the track up. Multiple grooves of racing, fast racing, exciting racing. Got some cattails growing out the top of the water truck. That's for good aerodynamics to slow him down a little bit in case the water truck bails off a little too hot in turn one. You deploy those cattails, slows her down, keeps the back end of the water truck on the track. Got a lot of nice downforce, and then when you go down straightaways, they lay down, pick up some top end speed, let out the gas, go in the corners, the cattails come up, slows the truck down, bites on the corners, comes off, and just do it again. No, that's what it's doing. If you look at that white water truck and you see on the back of it, he's got vegetation growing out. Now that's a decoy that these racers will use. Oh, that's just a little bit of cattails, a little bit of weeds up there. No. No. If you need help counting that money, I am good with my 10s and 2s. I can count really, really well. Got one headlight out on the old water truck. See, there's the cattails, look. One thing about the Bullring, it's got character. And character's enough. Non-wing mini sprints to the grid. We can hear them fire it up. Look at the size of that bug. Look at that. That ain't a grasshopper. That's not a grasshopper. I've seen the movie Alien. It's going to get in the vents. It's going to get in the ductwork.
Are you scared?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Kill that. Ah! That sucker's got wings. Jessica's a part-time wildlife trapper in her spare time. That's the only four-legged grasshopper I've ever seen.
That flies.
That flies. No, I was just kidding. I wasn't scared of it a bit. Well, we on a Gatorade diet tonight. Got to keep things clean up here at the Bullring. Non-wing mini sprints, let's go. We're going to get them in the grid so we get ready to go. I'll be right back. All right, we got the non-wing sprint cars on the track. Colton's back there getting the lineup right. Want to thank everybody tuning in on YouTube, the Bullring Live. Well, those 5 steps coming up wore me out. I need my oxygen. Good Lord, I gotta let off the bologna sandwiches. I want to do another shout out to young Alex, Warrior Alex, GoFundMe on Facebook. Young Alex tuning in, New York, just had another treatment, and want to give a big shout out to Alex and his family. And we're racing for him tonight. 3/4 Modified's putting on a great benefit. A lot of people sponsoring and showing up with money, so we appreciate all that. Track prep is complete. Once the lineup is correct, we'll put the cars out on the track for a few laps, do a little final ironing in, get a thumbs up from the drivers, and and we're going to turn them loose. Track personnel doing a great job of getting these cars lined up. At this time, we need the legend cars to the grid. Legend cars to the grid. 3/4 modifieds, you're on deck. Legend cars to the grid. Your non-wing mini sprints. I'll do my best with these names, and I can't see the numbers because I'm old.
Reminder real quick, please do not bring
Yes, ma'am. A reminder, drivers, do not bring your transponders up here during a race. You will be scored and you'll mess up the racing in progress. Do not bring your transponders up to the tower during races. After your race is completely finished, when the drivers are on the front stretch doing interviews, at that time you can bring your transponder up. But at no time during races can we have people up here with the transponder, so please bring them after the races. All right, we're going to turn these non-wing mini sprints onto the track. I'm going to give them a couple laps, see what this track looks like. On a pole, the 42C. That is Noah Carpenter. Outside pole number 9. That is Bryce Comer. Second row inside, the 3R, that's Rivera. The number 30, that is John Crowder. The 126, Autumn Christie. Third row outside the 126. That is going to be... Nope, 126 is Autumn Christie. 86 of Russ Hyder, 41 Scott Quintel, 29P Bailey Spitulski, winner of your Lightning Heat race. The 55 Caden Ashton, the number 1 Julie Kohler, 57 Michael Ashton, 7 of Joseph Davis, 58 Hot Rod Carl Lebo, the S12 of Brandon Shepard, and a 91 of Ken Certain. Buckle up, sit down, get your drinks, get your popcorn, your tater chips. This is going to be a race. Bill Cleary, your promoter, track owner, and he is the flagman tonight. Jessica Zachary doing quadruple duty, scoring, lineups, counting the money. Hey, you're counting the money. It's Monet. Harvey Corbin. Count the money. Lineups are good up here in the tower. Cars are stacked up. They're ready to go racing. Mr. Bill Cleary, your promoter, your track owner, he's got the green flag in his hand. He is shaking at these drivers. Side by side at a turn number 4, we're going green. Sit down, wiggle into that seat, pull them belts tight. One last look at those gauges, because you ain't gonna look at them again. That oil light could be burning your retina out, and you're not gonna lift. We'll take the lights off. We're gonna go green out of 4. Remember, the flagman starts the race, this feature event, non-wing mini sprints here at the Bullring. Bill Cleary looking them over. They're stacked up. They're looking good. They fire. We are not green. Bill Cleary. Bill Cleary says, no way. .42C getting some words of encouragement from the flagman. I don't think he was telling him that he should watch his cholesterol level. I can guarantee it that's not it. He didn't say refrain from littering. I think it went something like, the flagman starts the race. So you get one warning, you do it again, you go to the tail. Let's see if the 42C, if he can hold it together. They're stacked up. Bill Cleary looking them over. Nice and easy, side by side. The accelerator, here we go, we're green. 42C up to the front. They send it in turn number 1. They're 3 wide. We got one around in turn number 1. Got one around in turn 1. That's going to bring the caution out. Hey, your four-legged grasshopper back. You just made him mad. I think he was being cracking his knuckles. I didn't do it, pal. Did not get a lap in. It will be a complete restart, stacking them up. That was an excellent start. That front 3 rows, all of them contenders. All of them want that checkered flag tonight, as always. They are stacked up. The lineup is good. The yellow light flashes, it goes out. That means one thing. We're going green this time by to start this 20-lap feature event. All right, Bill's going to send a green flag. Here we go. Side by side, going to turn number 1. Oh, we got one around in turn 3. We did get one lap in, got 1 and 3, got some debris in between 3 and 4 down there. A couple cars in the back, this S12 got tangled up a little bit. Got a left rear flat on the 7 car. Might have picked up a stray Tootsie Roll. Might have picked up a stray Snickers bar or a Twix, took down the tire. Unfortunately, that's going to send them to the pits. See if they can get that car, that number 7 car, see if they can get that tire fixed and get it back on the track, make this feature event. 1 lap has been scored. We're going to send that 7 car back to the pit, see if they can get a tire change, lickety split safely. Speed limit's 5 miles an hour. These cars don't have speed limits. Everybody knows what 5 miles an hour is. We're checking the lineup now. We did get 1 lap in. Lineups are good. We're going to go next time by. See if we can't get that 7 car back out there. 2 laps are given when you have a flat tire to get back to the pits safely. You get 2 laps. I believe this is going to be the 2nd lap. See if Mr. Cleary goes. He said we're going to go green this time. Keep your eye on the backs on turn number 1 and 2. See if that number 7 can come back out here and make this race. If it's unsafe, the pit stewards will hold them back there in turn number 1 at the gate. All right, leading the way. Noah Carpenter at 42C. He has the option to start this race on this restart, and then a double foul behind him after that. Noah Carpenter setting the pace. Noah Carpenter at 42C. He's holding it back. He's going to stand on it. We're green. 2 wide in 1 and 2. They are racing down the backstretch. Noah Carpenter going to bring him off turn number 4. Bryce Comer, Trenton Rivera in that black number 3R in 3rd place. Comer in 2nd spot, just sitting there. We've got one around in 2. One around in turn number 2. Noah Carpenter in the lead, that 42C. Right behind him is a number 9 of Bryce Comer. Bryce Comer is sitting there in 2nd place, got the best seat in the house. Might be a little bit of strategy for the 9 car in 2nd place. Going to be a double file, Delaware double file restart. 42 is all by himself up front. And they'll stack up double file behind them. The 2nd place driver gets the option if they want to go inside or outside. And in the 3rd place falls in line. Everybody else behind them falls in line according to their lineup. Jessica Zachary checking the lineups. She looks them over. Lineup is good. Lineup is good. Bill Cleary showing next time by. We're going to go green. 42C of Noah Carpenter. He is going to set the pace for this restart, and he will restart this race coming in between 3 and 4 at his discretion. If he goes out of the restart zone coming out of 4, the flagman will start this race for him. Bill Cleary takes the yellow flat light and turns it off. That means we are going green. 42C of Noah Carpenter. Comer on the inside. Outside is Trenton Rivera. Nice and steady Noah Carpenter. He's going to send it. Side by side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side by side racing. Caution on the Speedway. We got one upside down on the front stretch. One upside down on the front stretch. Is that Cheyenne?
67, you have a flat tire on your front, but everybody needs to stop.
Safety crew was there in a split second. That is going to be a safety crew gives a thumbs up. Cheyenne's okay. Let's give it a round of applause for Cheyenne Potter. One tough cookie. Showing everybody the underside of that race car. Says, flip me over. Everything's good. I bet she's going to race that car. Safety crew checking her out. Who's the president? What's your birthday? What's your name? What's FUDO stand for? They're asking her all the tough questions. You don't, it's an inside club. Can't tell you. I definitely can't say it on here. Cheyenne Potter's going to climb out of that car. Safety crew's going to make sure she's okay. There she is.
Okay, 67, you
to get the 44C on the hook, Cheyenne Potter's machine. 2 damage to continue. Cheyenne's in the green safety vehicle. She's okay. She's tough. If that car was okay, I guarantee she'd probably fire it up and go. But there's too much damage on that 44C to keep it going. Can't say enough about this racetrack here at the Bullring. Track is fast. The track is smoother than Granny's ham salad. I mean, that is smooth. And she used bologna, not ham. That's how smooth my great granny was. Smoother than ham salad on a Hawaiian bun.
All right, we're going yellow, start rolling.
With a little bit of pepper on top.
Pull to the grid, they're ready to change the tire.
Yellow flag is going to come out from the red flag conditions. Those cars will be rolling under caution. We'll get them all stacked back up. 3 laps in, 17 remaining. Got the 67 car's got a flat tire. We're going to give them 2 laps and get that tire changed. Hopefully get them back in the race. 42C of Noah Carpenter all by himself. The 9 has the option of inside or outside. Then Rivera will stack in wherever he's not, and everybody else will fall into place. Carpenter, Comer, Rivera, 1, 2, 3. Mr. Crowder sitting back there in 4th or 5th. They get that 67, they get their tire changed, they're going to get their spot back. The 67 machine back in the pits getting that front tire changed out, they'll get their spot back. Jessica Zachary is checking the lineup, talking to the drivers over the one-way receivers. These drivers can hear her, they can't talk back to her, and if they did talk back to her, she would probably jump out of this tower feet first through the roll cage into their chest. So let's be thankful these receivers are one-way receivers only. They can hear, they can't talk back. However, I have seen some sign language from the drivers every once in a while. Not here at the Bullring, but I have seen some sign language from the drivers, talking to other drivers, maybe some other people. All in good fun. I remember one time a guy told me I was number 1. One more lap. We're going to get these cars stacked up. Lineup is correct. We got to get them bunched up, stacked up. Noah Carpenter in that 42C leading the way. He's led all 3 laps. Got a hot rod here tonight. That 42C is fast. New racing surface taking down some good rubber, making the track very racy. You've got about 3 lines in these corners to race, low, middle, and high. So let's see what these drivers can do. Lineup is correct. Yellow light's still on. Bill's showing them 1 more to go. Bill Cleary looking them over, showing the green flag. This is how it's going to be, boys and girls. We're going to go racing. These non-wing mini sprints, they are so fast, and they are coming off the corners so fast. You'll get a couple of them up on the high side, and they're going so fast down these straightaways, sucking the paint off these jersey barriers. One of them broke the speed of sound. Got the 67. And we're going to go green. 67 made it back to the track, barely. We're green. The 67 is going to have to get a yellow to catch up. He is about a half a lap down, but made it back into this show, staying on the lead lap. 42C checked up a little bit coming out of turn number 3. Comer is right there. Here comes Rivera on the bottom. Autumn Christie back there in 4th. Caution in turn 1. We've got them stacked up in turn 1. It was getting exciting. That is a lucky break for the 67 car. Had just made it onto the track when the green flag flew. So the 67 car getting one heck of a lucky break, staying on the lead lap. 67's coming into turn number 3 right now under caution, taking their time, going to get up here and rejoin this field. See what they can do. Four laps in, 16 remain. Noah Carpenter in that 42C showing the way. Number 9 in second, Bryce Comer. The 3R of Trenton Rivera. And the 126 of Autumn Christie is your top 4. 86 of Russ Pete Heider. 6 spot is John Crowder. Caden Ashton, Carl Lebo. Carl Lebo coming all the way from the tail of the field as broken into the top 10. He's in 8th place. Bailey Spatelski, Brandon Shepard, Scott Quintel, Julie Culler, Michael Ashton, David Hall, and Joseph Davis. Some of those cars may or may not still be on the track. Delaware double file restart. 42C out front all by themselves, and it'll stack up Comer, Rivera. Watch that black number 3R, Trenton Rivera. I know he got a win a few weeks ago. That young man has come into the racing seat, and a great racing family. Trenton Rivera has become a threat every week here at the Marion County Speedway. Lights are off. We're going to go green this time by 42C. 42C and Noah Carpenter has got the start, and he starts the race. Here we go. We're green. Here comes Comer off the bottom of turn number 2. Comer showing a nose to Carpenter. Carpenter said, I better stand on it. Autumn Christie takes 3rd from Rivera. All over the back bumper of your leader, Noah Carpenter. They had a caution out, had a car down there on the back straightaway. Legend cars, you should be in the grid. 3/4 modifieds, you're on deck. Legend cars, you should be in the grid. 3/4 modifieds, you're on deck. And the micros and the lightning. Five laps in, 15 remaining. Comer in that number 9 all over Noah Carpenter like a swarm of bees. Noah Carpenter saw him, heard him, saw him, heard him, saw him again, held his line, side by side racing. Watch that number 9, that white number 9 in second spot. We're gonna go single foul racing this time. Try to get some green flag laps on under our belts here. Running up against time restraints. Noah Carpenter, your race leader, got some heavy, heavy pressure from the number 9 of Comer. Autumn Christie up to that 3rd spot. Trenton Rivera, here we go. Green flag in the air. Carpenter, Comer, Christie, Rivera. Off of turn number 2. Comer is all over the back bumper of your race leader. He bobbles a little bit coming out of 4. Comer had to get out of it a little bit. Caution turn 3, caution in turn number 3, got one around. It's not, I don't know. That's in the quarter midget. This orange car spun around there. We need to get a few green flag laps. This is going to be an amazing race if we can get some longevity out of this class. Guys are trying their hardest. New surface, they might not be used to everything yet. Cars have to be reconfigured to accept this new clay, so I know the drivers and the teams are having a little bit of adjustment issues to keep these cars underneath them at these speeds. One little hiccup or one little adjustment and you're going to be out to lunch, and you're not having any of my granny's ham salad. Noah Carpenter has got Bryce Comer all over him like a bad hairdo. On the back bumper, they stack him up in turn 4. Not going to make it. Autumn Christie was involved. They stacked up coming on that green at restart. Stacked them up coming off a 4 on that restart. See what happened to the 126. Austin Christie, she was gathered up in that. She's going to drive back up there and try to get her spot back in 3rd spot. Rivera is right there also. He was in 4th. Not sure how we're going to shake this down. Autumn Christie's going to get that 3rd spot back. Trenton Rivera is going to have to go back to 4th where they start. It's going to be a restart. We did not get that lap scored, so it'll be a restart from the previous lap. The lap does not count until all the cars pass the start-finish line, and that's when they cross. That's how they're scored. Well, the caution had already come out before that lap could be scored, so they went back to the last lap lineup, and that's where we're at. Jessica Zachary giving multiple thank yous and such delicate talking to these race car drivers. It's hard to hear. There's engines, there's adrenaline, there's talk of ham salad. I mean, it's hard to concentrate. You're a nervous wreck. Six laps in, 14 to go. 6 laps in, we got to get some green flag racing on this show here. Like, it's a new racing surface. Some of these cars may not have everything dialed in yet with this new racing surface. The track is very fast. These cars are side by side. Most of the time 2 and 3 wide. Things are going to happen. The yellow flag is out. 42C of Noah Carpenter. Let's see if we can get some green flag races here, ladies and gentlemen. Coming off a 2-4, we're green. Comer is all over the back bumper, all over showing a nose on Carpenter. Autumn Christie sitting back there in 3rd. She's got the best seat in the house. Comer on the back end of Carpenter. Comer at number 9 all over the back bumper of Noah Carpenter. Carpenter showing every lap. Oh, we got one going around here in 4. Let's see if they keep it going. Let's see if they keep it going. And red flag. We got a flip. We've got a flip. Red flag. I can't see turn 4 because of our obstruction from the booth. Noah Carpenter at 42C showing the way on the back end of that car is number 9 of Bryce Comer. Autumn Christie in that 3rd spot. She's right there. She's right there just waiting for those two to get tangled up and start racing side by side, and she's going to slide right through there. All right, next time by, checking the lineup now. Lineup appears to be good. It's going to be a single file restart. 6 laps in, 14 to go. 42C of Noah Carpenter led every lap so far. That number 9, Bryce Comer. Watch that number 9. And watch that 126, Autumn Christie. Got Batman in the 4th spot. All right, we're gonna go green this time by, single foul restart, 9 laps in. Here we go, we're green. Up against some time restraints, we're gonna shorten this race to 12 laps. 9 have been completed so far. Noah Carpenter on the back bumpers, Comer. Comer searching, Comer throws it in turn number 1, drives it off of turn number 2, here comes Comer. On the outside, Comer all over the 42C of Carpenter. Green flag racing, here we go. 3 to go, let's see what Comer can do with Carpenter. Comer, here's Autumn Christie sitting right there. Up against the board, oh, the leader goes around, collects Comer. Autumn Christie drives underneath him and takes the lead. Your race leader gets sideways, takes out 2nd place. And Christie, Autumn Christie to the front. I told you they were going to race. They were going to get tangled. And Christie's sitting back there in a perfect spot and drives underneath all of it. Wow. Autumn Christie heads up racing. Your 126, Autumn Christie, your race leader. Going to see what we're going to do with Comer, the number 9, was back there at 2nd. Got collected when your race leader went around. Something definitely broke on that 42C. But that car snatched around. Let's see what we're doing on the lineup here. Break for the number 9 of Comer. Had nowhere to go. It's collected, but was part of the call. Tough break for the number 9 of Bryce Comer. We haven't seen the last of him in this race, I can guarantee it. Tough break for Comer. Had nowhere to go. Racing hard with the race leader. Something broke on that leader 42C. And collects Comer. Comer and 42 Steve Carpenter bring out the caution, and unfortunately, part of the caution you've got to go to the tail. Tough break for Comer. He was driving one heck of a race. This race isn't over. You got a long way to go. That number 9 is a fast race car. We have not seen the end of that number 9 car in this race. I can promise you that. All right, 3/4 modified, start making your way to the grid. 3/4 modified, start making your way to the grid. We're gonna go green this next time by. We're green this time by. Bill Cleary's showing him 5 laps to go. He's gonna give him back 5 more laps. Autumn Christie showing the way. Autumn Christie brings it off turn number 2. Back in that second spot. In that second spot, Russ Heater, Brandon Shepard, Caden Ashton. Autumn Christie starting to stretch it out a little bit. She's hitting her mark. 3 wide on the backstretch, 3 wide. They clear, they drive it in hard, they're racing hard. Autumn Christie down the backstretch, she's starting to stretch her legs on that 126. White flag, Autumn Christie, white flag this time by. 1 more lap to go for Autumn Christie. Her mom's down here dancing up and down. 1 more set of corners for the young Autumn Christie. Can she pull it off? Out of turn number 4, your feature winner, Autumn Christie. Autumn Christie, your feature winner. Got her parents down here. I think her mom about tore the fence down. She doesn't have any fingernails left. I bet she's going to be very happy. Yeah, it feels good, doesn't it? Autumn Christie going to bring it up here, parking Victory Lane. And I bet you're going to see a lot of smiles from that young lady and this team. First win in the non-wing. Hey, what happened? I was at the concession stand. Here she is, race fans. First time in the non-wing, Autumn Christie. There goes the GoPro. There you go. Autumn Christie, your feature winner. Wow. And she does something that my knees would break. Autumn Christie, great job. I know that you were back there in 3rd spot, and I know you were just watching and waiting for something to go down, and it did. So tell us about that lap that when you took the lead.
Well, I knew laps prior that they were leaning on each other a little too hard, so I knew that they were going to take each other out at one point. It's been, if you watch them for multiple laps right behind them, they just kept on betting each other.
They were racing hard back there, up there, weren't they?
So I just stuck by when they messed up.
There you go, there you go. Hey, I know you got some people you want to thank, so who do you want to thank for this feature win tonight?
My mom, my dad, Chris Construction, Competition Coatings, Ryan Hammer, Hyper Racing, Evo Fuel Injection, Dan Newman Race Cars, and myself.
There you go. Good job. Way to go, Autumn. First feature for the non-wings. Great job. Second place. Hi there, sir.
How you doing?
What's your name?
Russ Hyder.
Russ Hyder. Second place. You started back in the field a little bit. Tell us about this race car tonight.
We've been working on it. Came here with some different stuff than I have been running. Just keep on trying to get it a little better. I think Autumn was going to have to make a mistake, and it didn't look like she was making any mistakes. So
She was checking out.
yeah, we got it running good. So get a little more work to do, but I want to thank my wife for letting me do this. My Uncle Billy, my crew chief over there somewhere, Russell's Painting, and Hyper Racing, and Bill for awesome track tonight.
All right, great job, sir. See you next time. Great job. Second place, Russ Heater. All right, third place, what's your name?
Caden. Ashton.
Caden. All right, great, Caden. Third place, tell us about this race car you got here.
Yeah, it was fast. I feel like I could have done better. Just got in a bunch of trouble and had to work my way from the back. But the car was really good. It was
Good, have some great, smart heads-up racing, stay out of trouble. So great job. Who do you want to thank for this race car?
I want to thank my dad, my mom, my grandma, my grandpa. He does a lot for this car. The gardeners, they came tonight. You know, it's cool to have them here. And West Orange Roofing, Tom West Blueberries. Yeah, above all air conditioning. That's about it. So.
All right, great. How old are you?
16.
16. How long have you been racing?
These cars, since February.
Since February, gets a third place at the Bullring, one of the toughest tracks. Great job, Ashton. All right, next up is going to be your legend cars. Got a front stretch celebration. Bob's going to get some great pictures. All right, one more time for Autumn Christie, first time feature winner in the non-wing sprint cars. Autumn Christie. All right, next is going to be legend cars. This is probably by far the coolest looking class, and they do a great job of racing. They're here. This class is getting bigger and bigger here at the Bullring. That was cool, wasn't it? And I want to thank myself. Good job, Autumn. I'm probably saying half these names wrong. I will apologize. Three-quarter modifieds, you should be in the grid. Three-quarter modifieds. Micros, you're on deck. Micros, you're on deck. Three-quarter modifieds, you should be in the grid. All right, race drivers, remember, don't come up here with your transponders until the races are over. Legend cars on the track. All right, we're going green next time by. Got the 42 on the pole. Got the 42 on the pole. Adam Williams. Nope, I'm sorry, Arthur Prescott. Arthur Prescott in that 42 car is your race on the pole setter. Here they come off turn number 4. Bill looks at him. He's going to send him green. Here we go. Too wide into turn number 1. Out to the front is going to be Austin Furman in that 10X. Followed by the 42 of Prescott. Furman, Prescott, Roberts, and the 777 driving it into turn number 3. Triple seven driving the wheels off that car back there in 4th spot. We got 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, nose to tail. Second, 3rd, 4th are nose to tail. That 777 back there just trying to pretend they're Autumn Christie and wait for somebody to make a mistake. Oh, the 777 is back there trying to make something happen. The 42 has got some pressure all over the 42. 72 of Roberts. Lap traffic getting the move over flag. Lap traffic, just hold your line. The leaders will go around you. The 10X having a hard time getting around the 20. Clears you no problem, just fine. That allows 2nd place to bunch up. Oh, we got him around in turn number 1. 72 goes around, hits the infield tractor tire and the cone. Race control says the 72, they might give him the spot back because there was an incident with some lap traffic. A couple of these drivers are new, they've never driven before, they're learning. And it's just a part of races. Sometimes they may get in the way a little bit because they're just not familiar with the race cars or the track. And there's no harm, no foul. It's just racing. Nobody was born the most perfect race car driver like me. I mean, it's just the way it is. So they have to learn. And one day, they'll be as good as me. I got lapped by my 12-year-old kid. I mean, that takes talent on my part. He's not 12 anymore. We're going to give that 72 car their spot back. Just a racing deal. Wasn't any fault of the lap traffic. Wasn't any fault of the 72 car. It's just a racing deal, so we're going to stack them back up. Give the 72 their spot back. And those 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place drivers, they are back there battling. That red 777 is just sitting back there waiting for their opportunity. Going to bring that black number 72 back up there, get their spot back, bunch them up, See if we can get it bunched up and go green this time by. Get that 72 car up there. We're gonna get that 72 car up there and we're gonna go green this time. All right. 72's got their third place spot back. The rest of the field's gonna bunch up. Bill's looking them over. That yellow light's gonna come out. Here we go. 10X of Furman is gonna start this race in the restart zone in 3 and 4. On the gas pedal, here comes Furman down the front stretch, and we are green. 777 looking underneath the 72. He's got him. Have more horsepower off. The 72 took that spot back on the high side. Now the 777 is looking for that second place spot. He'll take it. Here comes that 777 up to second. 72 is in third. Back to fourth. Here comes the 59 car, that purple 59 of Seth Williams. He's looking for fourth. Seth started all the way at the back of this race and working his way through there. He's up to, well, now Seth Williams just went off the pace in turn number 4. Going to bring out the yellow flag. Had to close the windows up here in the tower. The baby pterodactyls were eating us alive, so we got a fan going. It was bath day today, so I smell good up here in the tower. You know, once a week, you know, so Saturday bath day, so I smell nice and fresh with this fan blowing on me. Downwind towards our race scorer, Jessica Zachary. Going to go back to the last completed lap, and that's going to be the 10X, and the 72 is going to be in second place. The 777 is going to be in third. Fourth place is going to be the 42 of Prescott. So Furman, the 10X, leading this field. Robertson at 72. 777, Anthony. Can't read the handwriting, but that 777 is back there clawing and fighting. Made his way up to third. Gonna have to get a little bit of something off the track, and then we'll probably go green next time by. Had a slow car back there on the back stretch. They got it fired. They're gonna continue, catch the field. We're gonna go green flag this next time by. 8 laps in. We'll have to wait till Mr. Cleary gives us the 5 to go to figure out how many laps we got. I believe it's 15 or 20 laps. Race director up here doesn't know. 8 laps in, we do know that. 8 laps in, they're going to pull that 59 car off the track. Tough break for the 59 car. Started coming underneath there, and something let go on the front end and got those front tires are pointing different directions like Marty Feldman's eyeballs. Anybody know who Marty Feldman is? Young Frankenstein, one of my favorite movies. All right, the yellow light goes off. We're going to go green this time by. Furman in that 10X got some company with that 72, and watch that red 777. Coming off of turn number 4, they're going to go green. Here we go. Furman takes him down into turn number 1. Brings it off a 2. They are nose to tail, 1, 2, 3. Underneath is a 72 coming out of 4. Side by side going into 1. The 10X bobbled just a little bit, left the door open for that 72, but takes it back. Push in turn, no, he got a good one there. In turn number 4, he's good there. 10 laps in. 5 or 10 to go. Furman settles down, starting to get a little bit of a lead over that number 72 of Roberts. Roberts was right there all over him. Furman going to come up on lap traffic. Let's see what Furman can do at the 20 of the lap traffic. He's getting the move over flag. 10X Furman comes underneath. 72's back there saying what's going to happen. 72 follows. 10 goes low, clears the lap traffic. They both clear the lap traffic. It's always exciting. Furman on the gas pedal like he's running from the cops. That 72 is Barney Fife hot on his heels. "14 laps in. 14 in. Furman showing the way. That 72 of Roberts is right there. Bill Cleary's got the white flag in his hand. Furman coming out of 4. 15 laps scored. 5 to go. Oh, 2 to go. I guess we're going 17 laps. Roberts all over the back bumper, that 10F of Furman. Furman's got a slight push, white flag out. On the back bumper is a 72 of Roberts. Let's see what he can do. He's on him coming out of turn number 2. He's coming up underneath the 10X. Roberts got one last shot. What can he do? And it's going to be the 10X of Furman, the 72 of Roberts, the 777 of Anthony. Great job. 1, 2, 3. That was an exciting finish. All right, here he is, race fans. Anthony Furman, your feature winner in the 10X. Led every lap, went to the front, never looked back. Got a good looking race car here. This car is for sale. Got one of our great vendors on it, Hammond Motorsports. Can't say enough about Dave Hammond. All right, get up here, young man. Let's talk about this race. Great job. I know you heard you had company, especially there at the end. Let's tell us about this race.
We haven't been here in a few weeks. We missed last week's race, so we didn't really know what the whole new service thing was about. Overall, we had a pretty good night, I'd say. Starting outside front row, I think we got ahead pretty good, and our car kind of lost us in 3 and 4, but we were able to save it a few times and gain back some speed. But I'd like to thank everyone that helps us out. Mainly my dad, the Wizard of Speed, Continental Batteries, Turn Speed Racing with James Williams helping us out with this car. Pretty cool, and we hope to come back
and win us some more before we're out of this car soon, man.
All right, great. The car is for sale. Look him up. Great job, buddy.
Thank you.
Enjoy the win. All right, second place is 72. Let's talk to this driver. What's your name?
Greg Roberts.
Greg Roberts. Tell us about this race. I know you were all over him, and I know he heard you. You just ran out of laps, so tell us about that race.
Well, man, that was really a good battle between Austin and I. Just didn't have enough laps there at the end. Tried to give him a bump at the white flag, but he managed to counter it really well. I mean, I know he's been racing for about a year now, Austin, I want to say, but he's really good. He has really good cars, and his driving ability is just amazing.
Who do
But
you want to thank on the race car?
I want to thank James Williams over there. He's right there. Turn Speed Racing. Mom, Dad, Jennifer. Man, it's something out there. That's the most fun I've had on one of these things.
Yeah, did a great job. Good race. Enjoy. We'll see you next time. Great job, Greg Roberts. All right, third place at 777. Congratulations. What's your name?
Anthony.
Anthony. I couldn't say your name. I couldn't read it up there.
Scavuzzo.
Anthony Scavuzzo, third place, did a great job. And this thing, you were all over him. And I said, watch out, 777. He's coming through there. So great job. Tell us about the race. Who do you want to thank?
Definitely going to thank Turn Speed Racing, everyone on the team, Seth, Adam, James, Vicky, everybody that does everything to help us out with this. I mean, this is it's something we love to do. So, to have all of us together as a team and trying to work through all the issues that we have with the cars, and we're getting them faster. Every week we make some tweaks and tunes, and our driving gets a little bit better. We got good coaches. Rick Brayton, Tattoo. He's been awesome with all of us, helping us out with all this kind of stuff. And I want to thank my girlfriend Sam for putting up with all my stuff and letting me come out here and enjoy this. I know you're at home watching. I love you, babe. Sorry we couldn't pull out a win, but I'll take a podium any day.
There you go. Great job. This class is getting bigger and bigger. I've been watching, so great job. Anthony Scavuzzo. All right, good job. All right, next up is going to be the 3/4 modifieds. Yell at me, Bob. Take his camera away. 3/4 modifieds. Warrior Alex on GoFundMe, young man, 3 years old. This race is organized. This race is for him and his family. If you can go to Warrior Alex, the GoFundMe on Facebook, and help this family out a little bit, we greatly appreciate it. We got some great sponsors. Mr. Rivera, good job, buddy. Got to thank Patrick Moore Motorsports. Putting up some money, walked up to us, handed us $500. C&M Hauling putting up $300 out of De Leon Springs, Florida. Billy Peterson gave us $300. Blackjack Race Cars out of DeLand, Florida, $250. Tyson Keever putting up $450 and organizing a train ride for the family. We know Alex is watching his family in this race for 3/4 modified race. This is for him and his family, and we're going to beat this thing together. I want to thank Jessica Young for putting the organization together, doing the GoFundMe. If you want to go to the 3/4 modified page on Facebook, she's got the whole story posted on there and what this family's about and the GoFundMe. And if there's anything you can do, we sure would appreciate it. I know the family would appreciate it. And young Warrior Alex, I know he's watching and he would appreciate it too. So anything you can do to help, we greatly appreciate for a great cause, a great family. And like I say, this next race is for Alex. Micro sprints, you need to make your way to the grid. Lightning, you're on deck. Micro sprints, make your way to the grid. Lightning, you're on deck. And that will wrap it up. Like a breakfast burrito, we're going to wrap it up. Why'd your face turn red? 3/4 modifieds on the track. Ethan Holland in that 57 heat race winner. outside pole is going to be Tim Hogan, the leader of the Catfish Posse out of Lake Helen, Florida. Driving for the Catfish Posse's 117 is going to be Wade Gomez Olmsted, always a threat. First time in that race car. That 117 car is for sale. That is a proven winner. That is a fast car. See Tim Hogan, Catfish Posse Racing out of Lake Helen, Florida. Outside of him is Rusty Young in that 51 car. Third row inside is going to be that number white 59. That's Nathan Hahn. Outside is the double nickel of Dustin Childers. 27F Stephen Powers is going to be fourth row inside. And late to the party, the F5, first time in a 3/4 modified. That's Nathan Rhodes out of Pearson, Florida. This is for you, Alex. 3/4 modifieds. Bill's going to turn that light off. We're going to go. Ethan Hahn won a race here a couple weeks ago, first time ever. He's on the pole. This car is fast. Hogan's the veteran on the outside. Here we go, we're green. Down the front stretch, side by side. Hogan to the outside. Ethan Hahn steps on a pedal. He's gone. To the point. Hogan climbs the wall. Here comes Gomez for second. Oh, they get together and are stacked up. Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to have to go red. We're going to have to unstack these cars. Tough break for the brand new race car of Nathan Rhodes. He was involved. He was in the back. All these cars were side by side, just like they were under caution. They were side by side racing. Going to put on a fight. Got together. Let's see who can continue. Who can continue in this race. I know they were up on top of each other. Got the F5 of Nathan Rhodes. He's moving on his own power. Nathan Rhodes in that F5 right here on the front stretch, brand new car. If that car looks familiar, that's the old Gomez 99 car. Multiple winner here at the Bullring. Wade won at Volusia in that car. First time ever in it. Stephen Powers got an eyebrow on his front. He's shaking out the car. It appears to be okay. Just a little bit of cosmetic damage. Nothing that a little bit of sheet metal can't fix. Doesn't sound good for the 117 of Gomez. He was in there. Let's see if they can unstack him, get him going. All right, no laps scored on that start. Coming in into 3, the cars just stacked up and nowhere to go. A little bit of creative sheet metal displays. Gomez got 117 back in the pits. Not sure if he's going to make it back. Looks like he is going to be done for the night. The 51 car had a flat tire. He might make it back if he can get back out here. See if we can get that 51 car back out here. Billy Peterson on one leg hopping around changing a tire. Doing his best Scott Derlin imitation. Complete restart. Ethan Hahn on the point. Tim Hogan outside. Second row inside to 55. Dustin Childers outside of him. Nathan Hahn. Third row inside 27 is Stephen Powers. And first time in a modified ever, Nathan Rhodes in that black and white F5. Bill Cleary's going to look him over. He's going to give him one more lap around. We're going to go green. Not sure what happened on that restart. Everybody kind of checked up, and then no one had anywhere to go, and they were racing hard, so just a racing deal. Tough break for a couple of drivers trying to get that 51 car back out here. We're going to go green this time, coming out of turn number 4, and we are green. Hogan to the point. Hogan goes out front. Ethan Hahn comes underneath him. Hogan takes that lead back, drives into turn number 3. Ethan Hahn back there. Dustin Childers making a hard run in third. Hogan, Hahn, Childers. Here comes Stephen Powers underneath the 59 car, the sprint car. Got one around on the front stretch. That's Nathan Rhodes. 51 car of Rusty Young has made it back to the racetrack. I see the 59 car strategy. He had purposely and intentionally had that sheet metal shoved up there in that altercation. So he had like a sail panel on a sprint car. Rusty Young doing the same thing with the left front A-pillar. Got sticking up there like a demo derby break-off stick. Not seeing the 117 of Gomez. He was involved. He was running third and got collected in that incident on the first lap. Doesn't appear that Gomez is going to be able to make it back out. Tough break. Fast car. That 117 car is for sale. Tough break. Fast car, and Gomez definitely knows his way around this racetrack. Checking the lineup, Tim Hogan to the point. Ethan Hahn in second. Dustin Childers having a good run in third. Stephen Powers. Rusty Young's back in that 51 car. 59. And the F5 of Nathan Rhodes. And Gomez is up on the fence. His night is over. 117 of Gomez his night is his night is over. He's not going to be able to start. Tough break for 117 of Gomez. You know, he was looking forward to driving that Catfish Posse 117. All right, we're going green this time by Hogan, the veteran. Got Ethan Hahn underneath him. Dustin Childers, about the 4th, 5th time in that race car. Coming up from the Gladiator division. We're going to go green this time. Hogan out of 4. Down the front stretch, Hogan. Ethan Hahn's hot on his heels. Hogan goes up top. Here comes Ethan Hahn at the bottom. Hogan leaves the door open. Ethan Hahn takes it. Hogan drives in on the high side. It's a dogfight coming off. Ethan Hahn, is he going to be able to make it stick? He's got it. Ethan Hahn up to the lead. Hogan right there. Dustin Childers looking for second under Hogan. Here comes Childers. Hahn, Hogan, Childers, 1, 2, 3. Hahn looking, he's coming out that turn number 4, he's good. Hogan right there. Hogan's right there, Childers right there. Hogan takes a look at the bottom. Hahn pulls away down the backstretch. Hogan reels him back in the corner. Hogan comes underneath on the bottom. Hogan right there on Ethan Hahn, that 59 car. Hogan takes a peek. Caution flag on the 55 of Childers in 3 and 4. Ethan Hahn, your race leader. I'm sorry, Tim Hogan. What? Hogan passed Hahn at some point right here at the start-finish line. So Hogan to the front, Ethan Hahn in second. Childers is going to go to the tail. To the tail. 55 is going to have to go to the back. That caution was on and scored to the 55. He's going to have to go to the rear. Dustin Childers. Got to send it back to the tail, but the car's running good. He'll be back up there. All right, the 55 of Childers is going to go to the tail for bringing out that caution. He stopped and exchanged pleasantries with Colton Mitchell out on turn number 1 to find out why he's going to the tail. Well, he was scored with that yellow. He lost it. 3 and 4 come around a little bit, kept going, but the yellow flag had already come out, so tough break for Childers, got to go to the tail. Hogan was able to cross the start-finish line. At the same time, he's now your race leader. Hogan, I think, got a little bit of a push. Hahn is on the bottom, doing very well. We got 6 laps in. Coming off turn number 4, it's going to be Hogan. We're green. Hogan goes up the racetrack a little bit. Hahn is right there underneath him on the backstretch, takes a peek, gathers it back in, takes it in turn number 3. Hogan once again climbs the racetrack a little bit. Here comes Hahn. Hahn hits the binders. Hogan, Hahn. Great run, Rusty Young in that 3rd spot in that 51 car. One around in turn number 4. That's going to be the F5 Nathan Rhodes. Nathan Rhodes, first time in a 3/4 modified. No practice laps, didn't make his heat race, didn't make hot laps. And tough break, Nathan Rhodes. He's first time ever, and it's in a feature event. Trying to get used to that race car. He's also coming up from the Gladiator division. All right, Bill Cleary is going to show him green this time by. Hogan is on the point. Ethan Hahn is right on his heels in second. Rusty Young in third, Stephen Powers, Dustin Childers. Hogan's going to start this race coming out of turn number 4, and he's on the pedal. Here we go, we're green. 7 laps in. 8 laps in. Hogan steps it out a little bit, 1 and 2, opens the door for Hahn. Same thing in 3 and 4, he just ever so slightly climbs the hill, gathers it back in. Hahn is sitting right back there licking his chops. Here comes Hahn one more time. Ethan Hahn all over Hogan like a hobo on a ham sandwich. Caution flag, caution flag. All right, going green this time by Tim Hogan, the leader of the Catfish Posse out of Lake Helen, Florida. Ethan Hahn back there can smell blood in the water. Hogan steps out just ever so slightly, leaving that door cracked open. Hahn keeps trying to take advantage of it. Here we go, green flag out of turn number 4. Tim Hogan, Ethan Hahn right there. Hogan climbs the hill just a tiny bit. Here comes. Oh, he gathers it back up. Ethan Hahn backed off the gas to avoid probably a wreck. Here comes Rusty Young. Rusty Young making a charge for second. He's got it. Rusty Young in that 51 Blackjack race cars. He's going to take that second spot. Hogan's got a comfortable lead now. Sets it on cruise control, tunes in the radio. Rusty Young back there. Stephen Powers is standing on that gas pedal. Screaming down. He down. Stephen Powers downshifted and found some speed coming off the corners. White flag this time by for Tim Hogan. One more lap around. Rusty Young in second. Ethan Hahn. Stephen Powers burning the chip out of that car. Checker flag this time out of turn number 4 for your race winner, Tim Hogan. Followed by Rusty Young and Ethan Hahn. Stephen Powers, Dustin Childers. All right, we need a micro should be in the grid. Lightning, you're next. Micros, you should be in the grid. Lightning, you're next. That front has got more wrinkles than me. Race fans, let's hear it for your feature winner, Tim Hogan. Come on up here, Tim. Good job, sir. Great race. I know you got a lot of people you want to thank, but first, tell us about this car. Tell us about that race.
Well, first of all, I got to apologize to Ethan. He stopped in front of me going into 4. We made a lot of changes on the car, made it a lot faster, and I wasn't expecting it to be that fast. And we went into 4, and he just kind of stopped in front of me, got into him, and I guess it caused the melee behind us. So I apologize to everybody for all the damage that happened. It was all on me. Bring it to the shop. I'll help you fix it. But, man, I haven't been here in 3 years, and I'll tell you what, I miss it. This is a blast. He put new dirt on the track, and this track has never had this much grip. I'll tell you what, 2-wide racing, never saw it before, but tonight we had a lot of fun. Ethan and I swapped spots a couple of times, had a lot of fun doing it, no beating and banging. It was a lot of fun. I got to thank Bill for letting us come out and have a good time out here tonight. I'd like to let everybody know all the money that was won tonight by any 3/4 modified driver and other fans in the pits and stuff have all donated money to a little young man named Alex and his family. He's fighting neuroblastoma, and we're just trying to help the kid out with his medical bills, and he's watching us tonight on Bullring Live. So, Alex, we did it for you, buddy. We brought home the checkered and just proud to be here.
All right, man, great job. Way to go, Tim. Have a great time. Good to see you back. Second place, Rusty Young in the blackjack race cars. Rusty, great job. You were back there in the back, and all of a sudden, you're in second place. So tell us about that race, and who do you want to thank for the race car?
Well, first I'm going to start off say, Dustin, I know you're watching. I love you, and I'm sorry for trashing your car tonight. But, man, we did this for a great cause tonight. We did this for little Alex. He's fighting neuroblastoma. And, man, I want to thank Patrick Moore Motorsports. They just donated $1,000 tonight to that cause.
Wow.
So that's awesome. I want to thank Bill and Blackjack Race Cars, Dustin, Billy Peterson, everybody. Thank you, guys. It's awesome.
All right, great job, Rusty. I hope to see you back more often. That was a lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
Hi, how are you? Hi.
Hey,
how you doing? Hey, there's a big sponsor. We want to thank you for everything, and you say a little something about the race and what you're doing here.
You know, there's two things that are really close to my heart. One is kids racing. My name's Patrick Moore. I am the president of Sunshine State Micro Sprints. 6 of the micros that are running tonight are my cars. Kid racing is very, very important to me. Cancer is another thing that's very important to me. Diabetes awareness is another thing that's very important to me. When I heard what was going on tonight, I felt like there was something I needed to do. So I went over after the drivers' meeting. I donated $500 to this family that is in need with this child that they're having problems with. I made it a goal to myself that if the 51 car made it in the top 3 tonight, I was going to give another $500. The crash lap 1 kind of heart broke me a little bit, but I was still going to do what I was going to do. I'd made it up in my mind that that's what I was going to do. Kids racing, cancer, diabetes. I have 2 of the micros that are running tonight. The 44 car is a diabetes car. The 8 car is a diabetes car. The 6 car is a cancer awareness car. Those are important things to me. Kids are very important to me as well. It's money. I can't take it with me when I go. I have very good sponsors that take really good care of me. So I did what I felt like I needed to do. I appreciate doing for racing and for children. It's just stuff that's close to my heart. Thank you guys for coming out tonight to support everything that we do in dirt track racing as well. It's very important. I appreciate everybody.
All right. All right, thank you. Patrick Moore Racing, thank you. Hey, Gomez, tough break, buddy. All right, next on the racetrack will be the micros, then find the lightning. Great cause. I want to thank all the 3/4 modified drivers, all the donators, everybody that came out. I remember my first day on using a clutch. See, he can't hear me, so I can talk smack. All right. Micros up next. That's going to do it for me. I've got to go. I hope everybody's had fun. I've tried to make it fun. I don't know how to do this, so I'm winging it. So appreciate everybody, all the sponsors, Bill and Lori. My compadre, Jessica Zachary up there. We had a lot of fun in the tower, and this is what it's all about. So I want to appreciate it. Everybody have a great night. We've got 2 more races, micros, then lightning. Unfortunately, I have to check out. So have a great evening, and stay tuned for 2 more awesome races. Thank you, everyone.